Hey guys, how's it going? I am WWE Hall of Famer Lita, welcoming you to General Admission Wrestling.
What's that metronome I hear? Perhaps the end is drawing near. You never hear the shot that takes you down. So say goodbye. What is yours now is mine. And
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night Storm. On the road to the Manhattan Center for Battle at Broadway in just over 2 weeks. Remember, folks, join us live on Monday, October 3rd for the admission fee. We're going to have more matches laid out for that and so much more still to come here on Storm. But we begin with a clash of European Titans. Drew McIntyre, the WXW Unified Champion. He won that title on week 1 of Storm, defeating Tristan Archer to become the champion. And he has represented Europe so well. His only loss being to now former GAW World Champion Keith Lee. So that is, of course, the dark cloud hanging over Friday Night Storm. Adam Cole, the new world champion. And how will things look with the black and gold now in charge? Thankfully, it's only one title, at least so far. We'll have to see more of what comes. And then, of course, in the main event, as we know, the IWGP Jr Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Miami at After Party last week and addressed everyone. Said that he had a problem with Keith Lee, he had a problem with Adam Cole, he had a problem with the black and gold, only to be met by the smartest man in wrestling, William Regal, who asked him to consider the possibility of working with Regal and the black and gold. And Regal specifically mentioned Drew McIntyre's name as well. Regal said that Walter, McIntyre, and Cole were the islands in the ocean of GAW, immune to the pulls of the tides either way. Certainly he was right when it came to Adam Cole, who is now the world champion. And when it comes to both of these men, they have never allowed doubt, they have never allowed fan opinion, they've never allowed any outside force to guide them, and it has made these two of the most successful wrestlers in modern GAW history. However, for both men, the GAW World Championship has eluded them. I think for both, they will be looking to rectify that right now. What an opening match we have for you. McIntyre and Walter, and immediately McIntyre needs to get out of the way of that ham-fisted shot from Walter. See the new black for the champion of Europe, Drew McIntyre. Walter to his feet, McIntyre teasing that he was going to go up. And Walter not having that. I don't know if that was the best strategy from McIntyre. If there's one man that you will not be able to penetrate the mind of, it is the ring general. And we've seen that too many times across Walter's dominant GAW career. In the corner, McIntyre has to fight out from a potential chop incoming from Walter, the most dangerous chops known to man. Butterfly suplex, and McIntyre, the athleticism from the champion of Europe to get out of that. Now DDT to follow up. submission attempt on Walter. It may be far too early in the match for this, but this is something that we have seen the Scotsman add to his game in the past. In fact, of course, the No Truth Scotsman, the modified regal stretch that McIntyre has used, that has become a dangerous part of his arsenal. McIntyre takes to the skies. Elbow drop, he's got to stay unpredictable, but he eats the meat hook from Walter. McIntyre trying to come right back. Walter, deceptive speed from a man of this size, and the Saito suplex. Talk about big, meaty men just slapping meat out here. I know it's overused, but you look at these two guys and how could you not? Now McIntyre taking a page out of the playbook of one of the most famous European wrestlers of all time. The beat from McIntyre, and Walter just falls to the ground. It is very rare that Walter gets overpowered. But McIntyre, he is as strong as they come and as motivated as they come. After having not competed at After Party, you know that McIntyre feels as though his championship is not getting the respect it deserves. And look at the strength of Drew McIntyre. Every day, it feels like he has added weight, added muscle, and he can do things like this to the 300-pounder. Walter has lost a lot of weight himself. It's made him quicker, it's made him more agile, it's made him even more of a threat than he already was. But Drew McIntyre still tossing him around. 7. This is just the opener, folks. We got the U.S. Championship on the line coming up next, and of course the IWGP Jr Heavyweight Championship coming up later. Taiji Ishimori defends for the first time ever on GAW programming against Bandido, the former Intercontinental Champion, and the man who's beaten him twice. All of that and more on a stacked Friday night storm for you with just 2 weeks to go before Battle at Broadway. And we might bring the roof of the Manhattan Center down with some of the matches that we could see. 4. Walter back into the ring. McIntyre trying to jump onto him quickly. McIntyre thinking vertical suplex at the Falcon Arrow. We've seen very little of the characteristic offensive moves from both of these men. I think it's been just a slugfest in the first half. You might see this go the distance. Walter with the splash. We've seen him add that to his game as well, and it's been effective, no doubt. Walter, double underhooks. McIntyre's up, and Walter just drops it. Deposits McIntyre, and McIntyre sees the ropes. Leg is out. Good catch there from Drew McIntyre, but Walter continues the punishment of the chest. Walter has targeted the upper body, the sternum region of McIntyre, but that big sit doesn't land. McIntyre quick to his feet. Walter, again, bolo punch straight to the midsection. McIntyre, does he have the strength to carry Walter like this? He does. That's the toughness of the WXW champion. More and more like this from McIntyre. I mean, he's just making it look easy right now. You talk about some of the strongest men in the world. McIntyre doesn't always come up in that discussion, but he should. Walter able to fight off his back. And now Walter caught with a jawbreaker by McIntyre. That big chop misses. McIntyre follows up. Snap suplex. As much of a snap as you can get when you're dealing with 300 pounds of dead weight. McIntyre elbow drop for the second time as we approach 4 minutes to go in this absolute barn burner. Now McIntyre giving Walter a receipt. Walter, that lariat, McIntyre ducks right underneath it. The meat hook was coming. McIntyre saw it all the way. Walter again attacking the midsection. Now McIntyre double underhook. Walter, now it's Walter's turn. He turns it around, comes off the shoulders. McIntyre might have been thinking future shock. That is athleticism you rarely see from any man this size. Cover from Walter, no! We've seen very few covers in this match as well. These men have just been beating the holy hell out of each other for almost 7 minutes. What an opening match here on Storm. Walter whips McIntyre into the corner. McIntyre has to fight out of it. Again, those devastating chops from Walter. They can come from anywhere. He likes to go for him in the corner. Walter, he's got him up. Power bomb. And he hangs on. There's the second. Walter into the corner. 3 power bombs from the Austrian. 278 pounds of Drew McIntyre driven in twice. No! Walter can't believe it. And now Walter up top. Splash from the giant. Walter hooks the leg. Walter, no! And the ring general, normally so even keel in the ring, and even he can't believe that McIntyre has survived. Dragon Screw, and now the champion of Europe. With about 2 minutes remaining in this hellacious bout. McIntyre, oh, he walked into it. Walter's rolled him up. Small package. Walter, no! McIntyre escapes. Walter drops the knee right across the bridge of the nose. I think that shattered McIntyre's nose on impact. As we approach 90 seconds remaining, the big sit again. Misses as Walter was looking to cave in McIntyre's chest. Bolo punch again. Oh, what an overhand shot. Walter go behind, German into the ropes. I think both men are sensing the time, and they know that it is time to try to win this match. It's winning time, if you will. And Walter, another German. McIntyre has been flat out overpowered by the ring general. Walter, oh, McIntyre able to get a shot in as we approach. 1 minute to go. Now, McIntyre, no true Scotsman. Drew McIntyre, 60 seconds left. No true Scotsman from McIntyre. Walter is in serious trouble. Oh my goodness, Walter works his way out. McIntyre had almost had Walter in the no true Scotsman. But Walter turns right around, and Walter with the meat hook lariat. Oh my goodness. Walter absolutely destroys McIntyre with the lariat. And now the big man, he's got the rear naked choke in. McIntyre is down, and the champion of Europe is out. McIntyre is out. Walter has defeated the WXW champion in one of the great opening matches we have seen on Storm. One of the great matches, period. Oh my goodness. What a war between two of the best in the entire world. I can't believe what I just saw.
You know it's all about the power!
Walter, I heard what you said last week, but I wasn't going to say anything else to you until I took the World Championship that rightfully belonged to me. But now that Adam Cole, baby, is the GAW World Champion, the days of ignoring challengers like that fat oaf Keith Lee are over. But I look at you and I see a man who helped build the black and gold overseas. You've undoubtedly noticed how many men from Europe we've brought into the black and gold, but not one of them has had the impact you've had over there. So normally I would offer you a spot alongside us as we change the world and shape GAW in our image. But you put me in a tough position here, Walter, because we can't have you trying to kill me and also joining the black and gold. Now, I'm not telling you to give up your challenge for the World Championship, but I am telling you to think about your long-term future and what would serve you best. You just beat Drew McIntyre. The black and gold can make you the champion of Europe, and you can stand beside the champion of the world. Just think, Walter, this offer may never come around again. Drew McIntyre has attacked Walter from behind. McIntyre incensed after what's gone on in this match. And McIntyre has put Walter in the no true Scotsman again. Walter barely survived it the first time. He will not survive it this time. He is out and Adam Cole has not moved. Cole has not done a single thing after seemingly offering the hand of friendship to Walter. That was exactly what the house calls you to do, what you did last week. Power through strength, domination through intimidation. This is the essence of the house. You have taken our lessons to heart, but I must warn you, Mr. Riddle, you will be on your own for this battle. I have preparations to make as the house takes new tributes. I should hope the house's lessons have taken, and if they have, I would be proud to welcome back the Intercontinental Champion.
Puro siento latino, siento.
So Aleister Black speaking to Matt Riddle, of course, in response to what we saw at After Party, the just chaos involving Chris Sabin, Claudio Castagnoli, and Matt Riddle, and the men in black who cost Castagnoli the Intercontinental Championship. We'll hope to get a word with Castagnoli later on. I'm told that Nick Gray has been in contact with him, so hopefully we'll be able to talk. But it certainly seems as though the House of Black is targeting the Intercontinental Championship.
Destination dispatcher.
And putting the United States title on the line at this point against a former U.S. champion in Rosita. Well, that is a challenge and a half. Moon has never backed down, and I know that she was frustrated. She was unhappy that the U.S. title did not make an appearance at After Party. So she wants to prove that, yes, she is still here. The U.S. Championship is still one of the premier titles in the entire world. And Ember Moon wants to prove that. And against Rosita, who did defeat Ember Moon in defense of the U.S. Championship back when Rosita held it. That was in October of last year. So nearly a year later, Ember Moon holds the U.S. Championship and is now looking for her fourth defense of that title, which would officially make her the most prolific U.S. champion since Ronda Rousey, the first woman to hold the title. Ember Moon off the middle rope with an axe handle. So Rosita's been in the U.S. title mix for a while. She, of course, won the championship from Bianca Belair last year on an episode of Storm. That was in July. She lost it to Shayna Baszler at Storm Blackout, and then tried to regain it at Winterfest last year and was unsuccessful. Big slap from Rosita, and now bringing Moon down with a combination. Rosita with a basement knee strike. She put everything behind that. After the insanity of the opening match, I don't know if these women can top it, but I know they're gonna try, and Rosita as motivated as anybody to get that U.S. title back. Ember Moon, as I said, looking to become the most prolific champ since the first champ. Obviously, she's being tested here. Rosita going for the takedown. She was caught. Moon had it all the way. Butterfly suplex with the bridge. Almost like a Super Bowl cover. Rosita was in a very awkward position, was able to wrench her way out of an Ember Moon cover. That was, I've never seen anyone do that before. Boy, Ember Moon did it. Now, Moon, we've seen this from her before. Ember Moon, falling skies. Moon right in the middle of the ring. We saw this same strategy from Drew McIntyre, was unsuccessful against Walter. Moon has wrenched it back. Rosita able to free herself. But how much damage did that submission hold do against the former champ? Far-away slam. We know how dangerous Moon has become. So many ways she can put you away. Frog splash. Only one of the many deadly moves that she possesses coming off the top. It doesn't do the job. This is what has been so difficult about Ember Moon as champion. She is almost impossible to figure out. And now Moon up to the top. Moon's gonna fly in. Eclipse, no! Rosita stayed on her feet. Lariat from Rosita. Now Rosita over the top. Rosita into the cover, the pinning predicament. Ember Moon kicks out. Rosita flew all the way over the top using her athleticism and flexibility. Now Rosita gonna take a long run up into the knee. Moon saw it coming. Rosita did it earlier. And now Moon, fisherman suplex. Again, this is what I mean about Moon. Rolling soul blood caught. Oh, Rosita. A chop staggers the champ. Takes the back. Poison Rana. This is what the U.S. Championship has meant to so many women who have fought for it in the past. Rosita with a running knee. The second one she's landed of the night, and into the cover. Rosita doesn't get it. I said I didn't know these women would be able to top our opener. But it just might. Moon holding on to that championship with everything she's got. The Eclipse didn't work the way it was supposed to for her. And now Rosita, she's got Moon up onto the shoulders, but Ember Moon with a reverse DDT. These women know each other so well, and you can tell. Now Moon up to the top again, and Moon signaling for Rosita up to the feet. Moon is going to fly again. Missile drop kick. predictable, you never know. Another frog splash. It's just impossible to tell what she's going to do, and it's going to retain her title. No. Rosita again escapes by the skin of her teeth, but now Moon might be looking for that fallen skies again. This time Rosita was on top of it, shoves her away, and now Rosita able to take the back. Beautiful transition up onto the shoulders, and Rosita taking her over. Snake eyes on the top turnbuckle. Rosita takes the top mount. Not something we usually see from her, but Moon's so tired, she's barely able to cover up. Cover Rosita to win the U.S. title. No. Wow, what a match we have. Ember Moon able to rotate away. Oh my goodness, high velocity heel kick. Ember Moon hooks the leg. Moon is retaining the U.S. title. Rosita was looking for a strike. She caught a rolling soul butt and a heel kick right to the jaw. What a contest. That is what the U.S. Championship has meant to GAW, and for Ember Moon, congratulations. It's 4 defenses. It is the most since Ronda Rousey won the title for the first time in 2020. In 2 years, no one has been as prolific as Ember Moon. But what a feeling it has to be for the U.S. champion. McIntyre, I was hoping to find you before you left. If you say one word about how I shouldn't have attacked the Austrian, I'll rip your head off. Mr. McIntyre, you misunderstand my purpose in coming here. I do not come as a representative of Adam Cole nor of the Black and Gold. I come as a man who sees real potential. It was when I heard Adam Cole refer to the champion of Europe that I realized what you have. Not a title, but an opportunity. Mr. McIntyre, you realize the championship you hold marks you as the greatest pure wrestler in the world. That's what Europe does to men, Mr. McIntyre. Once again, I promise I'm not here as an emissary for anyone other than myself, but I promise you that I can make you the most feared man in the world. We can start at Broadway if you would but listen to what I have to say. Here with Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio, there are so many questions to ask after the shocking scenes at After Party, but I got to start, most importantly, how are you feeling? I've been better. I'm fairly confident in saying Chris Sabin did not arrange for that attack on me, and obviously he now has his own demons to deal with, literally. The reality is I should be a champion now, so I am not done with chasing the Intercontinental title. I sense there's a but coming. But I'm a little disturbed by those men. The 2 men who attacked me. I believe I may not be the only one in danger. So my goal is to find out who they are and what they want. I would warn Chris Sabin as well. If those men come as part of the House of Black, he needs to watch his back. And I'll watch mine. Words have never been spoken than what we just heard from Claudio Castagnoli. He's got to watch his back. Chris Sabin's got to watch his back. I mean, is it too on the nose for the House of Black to send men dressed in all black to attack? I don't mean to spit bars here, but I just got to keep it real. I don't think it's too on the nose for the former 2-time world champion. But it does seem not their style. Now I say that, Matt Riddle obviously did attack Chris Sabin after the match. So who really knows what the House of Black is a part of at this point and what they're capable of. But at this point, we have to consider all of our options. And in considering all of our options, I've considered that we might be seeing a third barn burner coming up next. Will Ospreay called out Davey Richards, the MLW Heavyweight Champion. Ospreay said that it was time to bring a new championship to General Admission Wrestling. And Davey Richards seemingly accepted, Richards having defended his title against Kalisto on the admission fee back at Bash at the Beach. So Richards now no stranger to General Admission Wrestling, no stranger to Will Ospreay, and no stranger to putting that title up for grabs. So as Richards, one of the most confident men in the world, Richards, I think, pointing seemingly directly at Will Ospreay, saying, hey, you want this championship? You take it from me. There may not be a tougher man to do that. Here we go, Damian Martinez, the man to go up against the MLW Heavyweight Champion. This is a GAW sanctioned match, the MLW title not on the line. But boy, what a mark Martinez could make should he win here. We've seen it before. You defeat the champion, you get yourself a match. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen in the most unlikely of circumstances. And Martinez, he is no stranger to fighting for gold in GAW. Martinez now cross-arm breaker. Richards has to roll over. Trying to get that S-grip to defend. A couple big strikes. Richards was able to take Martinez down. And I wonder how Davey Richards is game planning to fight against someone with the athleticism of Will Ospreay. What a chop. Richards, maybe we'll get a look. Richards gonna fly. No, Martinez cracks him with the forearm. That was clearly how Davey Richards expected to deal with Ospreay. Richards got a forearm right to the temple, but you can see the toughness of the Wolf. This is what we expect. Now Richards, the submission wrestling he's become famous for. Cross arm breaker applied. The heels are crossed. This is in deep on Martinez. Richards trying to crank it back, and Martinez able to roll out, but man, we've seen submissions from Richards, and of course the ankle lock. He is the most dangerous purveyor of Kurt Angle's famous move in the world today. You know, Will Ospreay is watching. Richards able to free himself. What a shot. Backs Martinez up against the ropes. Now Richards. Chop, and Richards might be looking to fly here again. Tope Suicida. So Richards showing us all what he plans to do against Will Ospreay. The fans love it. Richards going up top. Davey Richards gonna fly. Diving double foot stomp. Martinez out of the way. Richards playing defense against the strikes on the outside. Martinez back into the ring, wants no parts of Davey Richards on the outside, but now Richards comes back in. Beautiful dodge. Martinez able to hit him with a drop kick. There was a massive strike coming this time. Richards again able to catch it. Ospreay, I think, needs to be worried. He is watching Davey Richards in his absolute prime. A man who came back only to win championships. He is as motivated as they come, and all he wants to do is cement his legacy. And what better way to do that than defending the MLW World Championship here on GAW against Will Ospreay. But first he's got to get past Martinez, and it's the ankle lock in. Martinez has no as good as they come. And for Will Ospreay, no hesitation, Ospreay out to meet Richards face to face. Look at them in the ring. Will Ospreay be the man to dethrone Richards as the MLW Heavyweight Champion? I think Battle at Broadway holds the answers. You want to talk about a match? Yet more men fall before the ever-dominant Machine. It was inevitable that the black and gold would fall before us. They never truly deserved to be across from us. Mustache Mountain, you may claim what you wish about a rope break. You should be so lucky you got out of that match with us alive. You will not be afforded the same courtesy again. We would never back down from any challenge should you like to make one, but there is one team who have eluded our challenges, one team who escaped the age of war, but no more. Jimmy and Jey Uso defined the GAW Tag Team Championships for 2 years until the Machine came for its due. Now the clash is set. It is time for the Machine to meet the Icons, and we must warn you, war does terrible things to the men who are not prepared.
Bandido.
Bandido has very simply been one of the greatest wrestlers in GAW over the last year and a half. He returned, won the Goldberg Beat the Clock Challenge, brought Rey Mysterio out of retirement to train him, formed the Latin American Exchange, won the Intercontinental Championship. Is there anything that this man can't do? And I'm sure that that is a question that Taiji Ishimori has to be asking himself. Both men made weight under the 225-pound limit for the IWGP Jr Heavyweight Championship. So that means that Bandido could add yet another championship to his collection. He's won so many across the world. He's won them in Mexico. He's won them in Canada. He's won them in GAW. He's won them in California. He's won them in Europe. Can he win one in Japan? IWGP Jr Heavyweight Championship, characterized by some of the greatest wrestlers to ever lace up a pair of boots. Whether it's Jushin Thunder Liger, Owen Hart, Kenny Omega, Prince Devitt, it doesn't matter. This title has defined some of the greatest wrestlers to ever do it. And Taiji Ishimori is the man who holds it now, and he's ducked Bandido for weeks on end. But finally, New Japan Pro Wrestling has cracked down, and they have told Ishimori, not only must you defend, but you must do it at the sight of your defeat at the hands of Bandido. Right here on Friday Night Storm. What an incredible experience this is. That we actually get to see that title steeped so much history and so much tradition defended here on Storm in the main event. It's been an incredible show already, and it might just get even better. There is arguably no place that honors its champions more than Japan and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Well, Bandido can become part of that hallowed group, but he's got to do it by defeating one of the great wrestlers in the world right now, Taiji Ishimori, the second Bone Soldier. Bandido, early cover here from Bandido to win the title. It's a kick out at 2. Not something we usually see from him. I think him and Mysterio have been in the lab tooling the game plan. And it's a great strategy. One of the things that has characterized Bandido in general admission wrestling has been how much he changes. Obviously, he's going to go for the high flying. And that's the tribute to the great Mysterio, the great Eddie Guerrero. It's a 1 count. So we've seen it before from Bandido. Now it's the bow and arrow. The high flying is always a part of what he does. But what he's changed has been how he approaches it. How fast is he? How many submissions will he go? How many strikes does he mix in? That's the sort of thing that he and Mysterio have tooled, and Ishimori standing sliced bread. Bandido won the Intercontinental Championship at After Party right around a year ago. It was May of 2021. Now here we are, one show removed from the very same After Party where Bandido hopes to win yet another championship. He held the Intercontinental title for 245 days, made 5 defenses, code red, Bandido to win the title, no. He should hope for something as prolific here with the IWGP Jr Heavyweight Championship, and could he possibly bring another foreign title to general admission wrestling? Could he join Drew McIntyre, the WXW Unified Champion? Ishimori turns Bandido around, and Ishimori, inverted code breaker from Taiji Ishimori, hooks the leg, no! Very nearly had himself a defense. Even match so far between these two. And now Taiji, he's got Bandido in. We've seen this, the crossface before. Ishimori perched up on that left leg. Bandido needs to roll to his back. He does, and able to break. Mysterio, thankful, but you know, Bandido, standing Spanish fly. Yes, Bandido, he's won it, no! Mysterio, calmer then than he was when Bandido got out of the submission. It's because Mysterio knows that now Taiji is right where Bandido wants him. Ishimori understands the dire circumstances he may have been in right there. Now just trying to get back on top. Ishimori, pump handle in, half Nelson driver. Ironically, the great Pentagon Jr calls it the Made in Japan. Now Ishimori, who was himself made in Japan, unable to convert with the knee drop. And now Bandido, he might be sensing blood in the water. He wants Ishimori in that corner. Bandido, we know what he can do. Bandido brings him back, rolls over, 22 plex. Bandido, he's won the championship. No! Ishimori survives the 22 plex, and now again, Ishimori into the code breaker. Oh my God, it's been one haymaker after another. No! It didn't land. Ishimori again, Bandido out of the way, as Ishimori may well have been thinking that same crossface hold. Now Bandido, oh what an overhand. Escalera, Bandido, beautiful arm drag. Ishimori to his feet, Ishimori rolling around, trying to duck and move, trying to stay away. away from the powerful offense of Bandido. But how do you stay away long enough? Ishimori, he might just find out. Ishimori, it's the crossface again, and it's right in the middle of the ring. Ishimori has this one. Mysterio yelling encouragement as much as they can at Bandido. Bandido has to roll again, and he does. Once again, breaks the crossface, backs him up. Bandido up under the shoulders. Bandido, we've seen it before. It's the inverted JTS. Bandido, he's done it. Bandido has Mysterio can barely keep himself standing. Bandido, he does not stop. He doesn't quit. And now it could be more. Bandido, up to the top he goes. Ishimori's in trouble. Bandido, fallaway slam from the top. Mysterio knows. Bandido hooks the leg. He's the new champion. In unbelievable fashion, Bandido has shocked. Well, I don't know if he shocked you all. He shocked me. We are looking at a new IWGP Jr Heavyweight Champion, and it is our own. Bandido revitalized himself right here in General Admission Wrestling. Welcome home. And welcome the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. One final announcement before we go. Conor McGregor will respond to CM Punk next week, right here on Friday Night Storm. So make sure you subscribe. Just 2 weeks to go before Battle at Broadway, and you do not want to miss a second. Join the Discord. Link is in the description. Until Monday, we'll see you.
Running knee strike, pops him up. Oh! Up on the top. Oh, that's hot.